There are some home upgrades that look absolutely amazing on Instagram. You see them and immediately think, I want that in my house. But then you actually have to live with them. And suddenly that beautiful design feature becomes something you clean constantly, something that's uncomfortable, or something you wish you had never installed. So today here are 5 home upgrades that look great but you might regret later. And more importantly, what I will do instead. Number 1. The TV above the fireplace. Let's start with something that I see everywhere. The TV above the fireplace. Visually, I understand why people do it. You already have the fireplace in the middle of the room, so putting the TV above it feels like the obvious solution. But there's one problem. The TV normally ends up way too high. And now every time you sit down to watch something, you're basically doing this. Look upward. It's like having the cheapest seat in the cinema, except it's your own living room. There's another problem. The fireplace and the TV are both trying to be the focal point. So instead of having one strong feature, you have two things fighting for the attention on the same wall. If you actually watch TV every day, I will design the room around how you really use it. Put the TV at the comfortable viewing height and let the fireplace be the secondary feature. If the layout allows it, put them next to each other or in different walls. And if you generally have no other option, there are mounts that allow you to put the TV down closer to eye level. Your neck will thank you. Number 2 is the floating stairs. And don't get me wrong, they can look incredible. They're minimal, they let light through, and visually they can make a space feel much bigger. But sometimes people take the minimalist idea a little too far. No railing, no side protection, nothing. It looks amazing in a photograph, but now imagine walking down the stairs half asleep, or carrying something, or having kids running around the house, or having your parents visit. Suddenly, the ultra-clean design doesn't feel quite as clever. And depending on whether you live, a staircase without proper protection may not even comply with local building regulations. The good news is you don't have to destroy the look. Glass railing can almost disappear visually. There are also very minimal railing systems still keep the staircase feeling open. Minimalism is great. Falling down the stairs isn't. Number 3. Perfectly square sinks. Square and rectangular sinks. They look extremely modern, sharp corners, straight lines, very architectural, but traditional sinks are curved for a reason. With a good sink, the basin naturally slopes towards the drain. But with some very flat rectangular sinks, water and small bits of dirt just sit there. And then you have the corners. Those beautiful 90-degree corners look great when the sink is brand new. A few weeks later, now you're trying to get dirt out of a tiny corner with a toothbrush. If you like the rectangular look, I wouldn't avoid it completely. I will just look for one with proper slope towards the drain and slightly rounded internal corners. From distance, you get basically the same look, but it's much easier to live with. Number 4 is barn doors. They've become absolutely massive a few years ago, and in the right house, I actually think they can look great. But there's something people forget. A barn door doesn't close like a normal door. It slides in front of the opening. That means you have gaps around it, light gets through, sounds gets through, and if you use one for a bathroom, yeah, maybe don't. For something like a pantry, wardrobe, or room divider, I think they're completely fine, but the bathrooms or home office where you want privacy and sound isolation, I would not recommend it. And while we're talking about doors, if you're renovating, pay attention to whether you're having hollow core or solid core doors. A cheap hollow door might look almost identical, but knock on it and you'll immediately hear the difference. A solid core door feels heavier and does a much better job separating rooms. It's one of those upgrades you don't really appreciate until you live with it. And number 5 is the doorless shower. This is another one that looks amazing in photographs. One huge piece of glass, no frame, no door, very clean, very expensive looking. But there's one thing shower doors are actually quite good at doing: keeping the water inside the shower. If your bathroom is large and the shower is designed properly, a walk-in shower can work really well. But put the same idea in a small shower and suddenly you've got water going everywhere. The floor slope also becomes much more important. If the drainage isn't done correctly, you'll have water sitting on the floor or escaping into the rest of the bathroom. And there's another thing that I don't hear people talk about enough: heat. A door helps you keep warm air around you. Take that away and in the winter, that beautiful open shower can get cold pretty quickly. So if you have a large bathroom with a well-designed wet area, go for it. But if you're trying to squeeze a doorless shower into a tiny bathroom just because it looks modern, I will seriously reconsider it. And that's the pattern with almost all of these. They're not necessarily bad designs. They're bad designs when we copy them without thinking about how we're actually going to use them in the house, because sometimes can look amazing for 10 seconds on Instagram and still be annoying for us at homes for years. So before you're renovating anything, ask yourself, does this actually make sense in my house? Let me know in the comments below what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.